scholars and families. Happy Monday. I'm so excited to jump into a new lesson for this week. I hope you had an awesome weekend, and I hope that you took the time to get some rest and relax because I know you worked so hard during the week. Let's get started. Today we're looking at Module 6, Lesson 7. So we are going to get started with the problem that says Ava. The first word is Ava. Let me grab my pointer. Let's do it. We're reading on 2, 1, 2. Ava has 6 roses and 7 tulips in a vase. Rashawn has 4 roses and 8 tulips in a vase. Who has more flowers? How many more flowers do they have? All right, scholars, this is your turn to pause and solve the problem on your own page. I will be right here waiting when you're done. Nice job, you did it on your own. Now let's do it together. So for this problem, I'm going to use a tape diagram, and I'm going to set it up. So the question says, who has more flowers? How many more flowers do they have? So I need to set up a double tape diagram, one for Ava and one for Rashawn. But I can't forget to mark up my problem. And I'm so happy that we have a problem about tulips and roses because it's springtime. So let me circle all these important numbers. Oops. You know what? I'm going to put Rashawn's color in orange and Ava is going to be green. All right, let's make Ava's tape diagram. So let's start by drawing a bar. Now it says Ava has 6 roses and 7 tulips. So that means that she has 1 part of 6 and 1 part of 7. I don't know what 6 plus 7 is yet, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to give Ava 6 roses and 7 tulips right there, okay? Now let's draw Rashawn's tape. So his is going to look like this. We're going to go like that. And then we need to fill in the numbers that we know for Rashawn. All right, now let's add the parts that we know for Rashawn. So we know that Rashawn has... We know that Rashawn has 4 roses and 8 tulips. So I'm going to draw a line like that in about the middle of his tape and draw 4 roses and 8 tulips. Now for each of these, we need to find the total of each of these 2 tape diagrams and then compare them. So I'm going to draw a line, 2 lines on top of Ava's, so that we can find the total number of flowers Ava has. So we know that Ava has 6 plus 7 flowers to give us a total of, you can choose how you want to solve this. I'm going to make 10, so I'm going to take my smaller number, and I know I have 7. If I have 7, how many more do I need to get to 10? 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 3 more. If I take out 1 part of 3, I have another part of 3 from 6. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. So I'm going to write 13 up here. This is all Ava's. So we know Ava has a total of 13. Now let's go down to Rashawn's. Rashawn has 4 roses and 8 tulips. So now let's find the total number of flowers Rashawn has. 4 plus 8. Let's find the total. Again, I'm going to use the make 10 strategy. So I'm going to say, I know I have 8. How many more do I need to get to 10? 8, 9, 10. I need 2 more. If I have 2, 2, 3, 4. That means my other part is 2. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. Okay, so now let's compare the two numbers. Who has more flowers? Remember, this is up top in green. This is Ava, and you can write a little A right here for Ava. I should have done that earlier, sorry. And down here, this is R. Okay, R for Rashawn. Okay, who has more flowers? Raise your hand if you think Ava has more flowers. Raise your hand if you think Rashawn has more flowers. Which number is greater? Is 13 or 12 greater? Shout it out on 2. 1, 2. That's right. 13 is greater than 12. So that means Ava has more flowers. So now we know one answer to the question. So I'm going to write down here. Ava has more flowers. Now we're not done with this problem. The next question says, how many more flowers do they have? So now I need to find the difference between the number of flowers Ava has versus Rashawn. So if I'm going to find the difference, am I going to use an addition or subtraction number sentence? Tap your nose to find if you're going to use addition to find the difference. Tap your head if you're going to use subtraction to find the difference. That's right, you're going to use subtraction to find the difference. So we're going to start with the larger number. The larger number here is 13. We're going to take away or subtract 12. Now we need to know how many are left over. To do that, you can either count up or count down. I'm going to grab 12 and count up. Do it with me. Grab 12. Get ready, go. 12, 13. One more. That means the difference between 13 and 12 is 1. And that means Ava has one more flower than Rashawn. Let's keep going. So this might look something a little bit similar to what you've seen before. Maybe you remember in school you have a name tag on your desk, and in the corner of your name tag, there's something that looks kind of like this. Well, today we are going to get the chance to fill out one of our own number grids. This is called a number grid, and it helps us look at all of the numbers, and today we're going to fill out one together. So right now, before we get started together, you are going to start at number 1 and go down, putting your finger on every single number and saying each number out loud. Go ahead and pause and say each number out loud to yourself on your packet. So your finger is on each number saying it out loud. You got this. All right, now you're going to help me fill out the rest of this chart. We're going to do it together. Can you help me write all the numbers until we fill out this chart? Give me a thumbs up if you can do it. Yes, you can. You got it. All right, let's start from up here. We're going to start counting together. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77. What comes after 77? Shout it out. Good. 78. Now on your page, go ahead and fill up the chart all the way until you get to the number 100. I'm going to fill it out on my page. Go ahead and do it on your page now. All right, I hope you filled out your number grid to 100 just like I did. Now we're going to find the numbers that go after 100. What number comes after 100? Let's think. Go ahead and pause. Think to yourself what number comes after 100. That's right, 101. So I'm going to write 101. This number right here is 101. The number is good. Let's keep going. What number comes after 101? That's right, 102. Good, keep going. I want you to fill out your chart. Go ahead and pause your video all the way down until you get to 110. You got this. All right, let's read this column that I've done in green together, starting from 101. Your voice is on. We're reading on 2, 1, 2, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110. Nice job. Now I want you to pause and finish the rest of your chart all the way to 120. Now that our number grids are all filled out, let's read them together. We're starting at the top right here where it says 111. Get ready, we're gonna read all the way to 120. Your voice is on 2, 1, 2, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. Wow, now you have your own number grid that's filled up all the way from 1 to 120. I want you to take some time to notice and wonder about your number grid. What do you notice about each row in the number grid? What do you wonder about your number grid? I notice that in each row, the last digit is always the same. So in this row right here, the last digit is 5, and it goes all the way from 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 105, 115. The last number is always 5. What do you notice about your number grid? Go ahead and pause and tell me now. Nice job. I like your notice a lot. Let's keep going to the next page. This next number grid is all up to you. So it starts at the number 71, and it's going to go all the way to the number 120. So you are going to make your own number grid all on your own. These next questions are your independent practice. I want to go over this first one with you. It's number 2. Let's look at it together. The directions say, let's read the directions together on 2, 1, 2. Write the numbers to continue the counting sequence to 120. So on your page, it starts at 96, and you're going to count and write all the numbers up to 120. The same thing is true for these questions right here. You're filling in the numbers between the numbers that you have there for you. Scholars, this is your independent practice. You are going to work so hard and be awesome at this. I hope you have a lot of fun filling out your number grid, and I hope you have a happy rest of your Monday. I really quickly want to shout out Derek Yancey and Amanda Jackson, who both completed over 10 lessons in Zern last week. Awesome job, scholars. Keep working really hard. I'm so proud of you. Bye.